Welcome back to our channel. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the workspace of Scribus. In the previous video, we showed you how to download and install Scribus, and from now on, we're going to keep on teaching you how to use this wonderful and free software. So as you can see, I opened up Scribus and we can create a new document which can have a single page or facing pages. You can have multiple number of pages, and you can have of these sizes, because as we mentioned in the previous video, Scribus is a software that enables you to prepare a file for printing. So it's strictly editorial related. So you can do anything from flyers to magazines. So not everything is in A4 format. So you have other sizes, but for this video, we're going to open a template. So as you can see, you can have books, brochures, business cards, grids, newsletters, packaging, PDF presentations. Let's go with a newsletter and let's click on OK. The computer is going to ask us to change the font, as you can see, because there has to have some substitution with a font that is not installed on our system. Let's click on OK. And here we have our newsletter. So let's begin by looking at our workspace. In order to navigate our workspace, we need these powerful tools which allow us to zoom in and zoom out. So we can click on it and zoom in, and then click on this to continue zooming in, and then you can click on the other lens with the minus on it to zoom out. Now we also have a shortcut for this, which is the letter Z. So once you press it on the keyboard, you're going to have the lens. By clicking on the left of your mouse, you're going to zoom in, but if you click on the right side, you're going to zoom out. So this is all you need. And if you want to go back to the original state of the zoom, you're going to click on the central lens this way. Now, this type of file, this newsletter, is a multiple page document, as you can see. So once you are on the first page, you can use this button to go on other pages. So you can go on the third one, you can go on the second one, you can go to the third one, to the fourth one, go back to the first one, and then go back to the last one. Right here, you can see the coordinates of where you are with X and Y. Here you have these rulers that will make everything more precise. Let's go on and explore this menu. If you click on File, you're going to have these options, which are really common. So you can create a new document created from a template, as we did with this newsletter. You can open up a file from your computer. You can close this document, save it, or save it as something, or save it as a template for new documents that you're going to create. You can import something or export this document as a PDF, as an image, so and so. And then you can print it out. You can have a print review, and then you can quit. Right here you have a document setup and preferences. If you click on preferences, you're going to have the user interface. So you can change the language, you can change the icons, and then you can change the font sizes of both the menus and the palettes. And you have the story editor, and then we can go to keyboard shortcuts. So right here you have all the existing shortcuts from the software. So for example, we just use zoom. We use a Z for a shortcut. So if we look it up, you're gonna find the zoom in or zoom out. The shortcut is Z. But if we want to create a shortcut, just look for something that does not have a shortcut. For example, you want to create a polygon. You can use a user-defined key and that setting the key with something like Ctrl-Z. In this case, the software is going to tell you that this sequence is already used for another action, which is undo. So we can use another shortcut like Ctrl-3, and then we can click on OK. Then we have edit. So you can undo something that you just did or redo something that you undid. You can cut, copy, and paste. You can delete. Then you can select all and then colors and fills and replace colors, edit images or edit sources. Then you have the master pages, which is something that we're going to talk about later on in other videos. Then about the item, you can duplicate and transform, grouping, send to layer, send to scrapbook. You have PDF options and path tools and text textures. Now with insert, you can insert a text frame, an image frame, a render frame, a table, a shape, a polygon, an arc, a spiral, a line, etc., etc. You have lots of tools. And with a page, you can insert a new page. For example, let's add 2 pages at the end or before. You can also add it before page or after page. Let's add it at the end. So let's click on OK. So let's go check. Here you have other 2 blank pages. You can also import, delete, and copy and apply something to a master page, convert to master page. So everything regarding managing master page and all of the other regular pages. Then you can create a table, so insert rows and columns and delete them and merge them. And then you have the view, so everything from the zoom that we already covered. Then you can go on the preview mode, so a mode that allows you to see the document without all the guidelines, for example, like this. So this is something close to what you're going to look at once you print this out. And then you can manage all the measurements, so the rulers to the relative page, the move and resize value indicator, the text frames, image frames, document grids, and guides, so all the guidelines. We can add a show grid, for example, and then if you need help, you can go to action search. You can search for something. For example, you can look up for zoom, and not only it's going to indicate what type of zoom you want, so the one you're looking for, but it's going to tell you where to find it. So you have to go on view and then on zoom. So let's try and do this. Let's go on view and then on zoom, and here we have what we were looking for. Now you can also add a new page with this, create a new document. You can create a new document with this. You can open an existing one and save this one and then print this out, close the current document, auto save this document, or export the document as a PDF. With this, you can undo something we just did, or you can do it again. You can cut, copy, and paste. Now let's talk about these toolbars. These type of toolbars have all these dotted points on one of the ends of it. So you can move them by clicking on the dotted end. So you can move them and make them vertical lines, vertical toolbars, or you can have them horizontal. You can have them one on top of each other, or you can have them all in one row. So you can create your workspace as you prefer. Now with this toolbar, you can create a text frame. So you can go on and type in it, for example, write hello. Then you can insert an image frame, so a frame in which you can then click on the right button of your mouse and click on get image, so you can fill it with something from your computer. And you can insert a render frame or a table. For example, we can go on one of our newly made blank pages and create a table. You can decide the number of rows and the number of columns. You can have our newly made table. Software will also tell you the size of this newly made table. Then you can create shape, for example, default shapes or arrows of flowcharts, jigsaw, or specials. And you have polygons, so you can choose the number of the angles, and then go and create a polygon with it. Then you can create an arc or a spiral. You can create a line, you can hand draw something, and you can also use a polyline in a calligraphic style. So something that will be smooth and elegant. And you can click on this button and rotate something. Then you can edit contents of a frame, of a text frame, and edit the text in the story editor, or link text frame, or unlink them. You can get measurements or copy item properties, or you can select a color with the eyedropper. And of course, you can all that you just did. Something that can be really important is adding windows. So you can add properties window and content properties window. You can have them one on top of each other, or you can have them like this. And with this, you can manage all the properties. So shapes and line and colors and transparency of the object that you selected, in this case, this picture, and all the image properties. Once again, you can edit all your workspace. So you can add this on the side of your windows if it's more comfortable with you, so that you can create something that really works for you. So let's revise what we've learned today. We learned the main menu of the software, and we learned every button and how to get help if you don't know, if you don't remember how to use an action. Then we learned how to get windows for the properties of the objects in your document. We learn how to create a new document. We learn how to open a new document from a template. And then we learned how to edit your workspace by moving the toolbars wherever you want them to be. That's it for today, you guys. Remember to like this video, hit the share button, and subscribe if you want to learn more about Scribus in the next videos of this video course. Thanks for watching.